Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is a reading for Pisces. Will you meet someone new or connect with the person you're thinking of between now and the new year? Pisces, will you meet someone new or connect with the person you're thinking of between now and the new year? All right, I see some happiness. Look at that. We've got two dolphins here going in the same direction, riding the wave. Beautiful. Yep, I do see things starting to flow. Just kind of going with the flow. Yeah, I love it. There's a clarity and illumination. So things are clearing up. There's clarity. This is often communication. It's often happy news, but it's riding the wave. You can see these two dolphins feeling happy, being together, riding the wave. So there's definitely going to be some sort of communication. But you can see there's been sort of this shadowy energy here. But yeah, there's illumination. There's clarity. Wow. Pisces. There we go. Yeah, so there is an opportunity. So someone confident, bold, there's an open door, there's an opportunity. Someone's about to take an opportunity here. It's often someone who doesn't want someone to get away yet. So we have a person taking the lead. They feel, this is beautiful, unicorn, powerful, very powerful energy. Someone is being illuminated. They're gaining clarity, insight into a situation. Yeah. And we have adventure and thriving. Okay, out of all the cards, I didn't expect this is about having a good time. Adventure, there's communication, there's emotions flowing, but it's also the flow of communication with the birds. Wow, so there is definitely some sort of illumination and clarity. This is someone feeling pretty confident here. I mean, this is someone who doesn't want someone to get away, so they're taking the lead. Could be somebody here coming out of the cold too, but this is someone that the stars are here, so this is someone sort of charting the course. They're moving forward. So this has to do with thriving. Now this person's thriving or they're seeing you this way. But you can see again, we have the moon clearing up. But there's some sort of happiness here. Someone's kind of getting into their feels, I feel here. And it's about gaining clarity. To me, it feels very internal. But it's someone who's thriving. And you can see the giraffe, the big long neck. Yeah, it has to do with someone reaching out. And there's the stars, reaching for the stars. Someone feels like there's hope. They feel very positive. Wow. The adventurer. It's kind of like the Six of Wands, planning, preparing, hoping for the best. Someone's feeling positive. This is someone who doesn't want to get away, someone to get away. So this is why they're feeling confident. The unicorn is powerful. This is someone going to make a powerful move. Let's have a look at happiness. Why is this happiness here? Yeah, Eight of Wands, flow of communication. So this is someone coming in very quickly. So there's opportunity. Sometimes it's things moving quick. Someone may be getting a little overwhelmed here, but so overwhelming happiness, communication. Let's have a look at the flow. Why is this here for Pisces? Ooh, you got an Emperor. Emperor can be anyone in this energy, but this is someone who knows what they want. They're going for it, but you see this energy of communicating. Someone's feeling happy, overwhelming happiness. But this is someone who's a leader. They're taking the lead. This is a person making a powerful move here. It's an Emperor. Let's have a look at the illumination. Why is this here? What's being illuminated? Yeah, Seven of Cups. This is someone who sees opportunity. They know a good thing when they see it, but it's an opportunity. A little fantasizing, romanticizing. Yeah, because of the stars. The energy, when I see the stars, this is showing me someone's feeling it's kind of good, too good to be true, too much of a good thing, but yet there's all this happiness. Yeah, it has to do with thriving, someone who's stable. But it's what someone here has been seeking. I can feel their energy because they are seeing opportunity. They know a good thing when they see it. But it's about taking opportunities that are presented. So this is long-term stability, partner up, getting together. This person, there's going to be communication. Let's have a look at the gateway. Someone who doesn't want someone to get away. Huh? They're planning, preparing, hoping for the best. Someone who takes pride in all the things they do. So this is someone kind of planning and preparing ahead. See, they're stable. They also, what this person wants, see, there's opportunity. They see another person who's stable. This person wants stability. Yeah. Somebody with some Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But this is just an energy of a stable person. See, it's a person powerful. It's all about making a move and taking the lead. Yeah, Hierophant. Someone's lifestyle, schedules, the way they conduct themselves. This is someone who has faith in themselves to make the right choice. See, it's all about communicating, the flow of communication. But someone's feelings are flowing. They see opportunity. There's emotion. There's some water here. So this person, I'm just getting that vibe. But it is all about taking the lead, planning ahead, preparing, hoping for the best. Yeah, this is a person who's been doing a lot of thinking. It's all with the Emperor. Some Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. I see some Taurus energy. Yeah, this is a person doing a lot of thinking about their lifestyle habits, the way they conduct themselves. It's someone who has faith in making the right choice. See, this is someone who's made some good choices in their life. They're thriving. But this is what they're seeing here, is with that stars, they're feeling like there's hope here. This person feels like there's hope. So they're definitely learning something too. Someone who often does their due diligence. So it's about this adventuresome spirit, a little Sag energy there too, a little Aries energy with the Emperor, Mars energy. This is someone, a person of authority. I feel they mean business. They're looking ahead, planning ahead. Schedules, routines, lifestyle, and the thriving. Someone who's been focusing a lot on their finances. Now, if you have multiple opportunities, we have the Page of Cups. Yeah, it has to do with someone following through. Hey, do you want to go for a cup of coffee? Someone's maybe learned to this. You may have another opportunity. So they need to hurry up and make a move. Someone's about to make some kind of a move here between now and the new year. But it's about getting together. See, romanticizing, fantasizing, but it's someone who knows a good thing when they see it. See, they're gaining clarity. It's illumination. It's often someone asking questions, talking to people. See, they're looking for clarity. They're doing their due diligence, but it's someone who's making a choice here because of something they learned. So some of you have someone here, I feel, who's a little apprehensive, feeling uncertain. You may have had multiple opportunities, and this is someone who's learned to this, so they're about to make a move here. It has to do with making some kind of commitment. But they have faith in themselves to make the right choice. This is someone who likes to plan ahead. Yeah, this is a person who's been kind of assessing the situation. See, it's about someone who doesn't want someone to get away. If you got a person who's dragging their feet, if you are that feminine energy, like I say, someone's learning something here about someone's lifestyle, the way they conduct themselves. But it's about loyalty, someone who's loyal, faithful. Two people being on the same page. So you have someone who's moving kind of slow and then someone who moves faster. I do think you got someone who hasn't followed through yet, though, because the Page of Cups is someone apprehensive. See, they're just doing their due diligence. But like I say, I feel like there's multiple energies. Let me have a look at this Eight of Wands. Yeah, it's a person thinking things through, choosing their battles, but it's someone who doesn't want someone to get away. Someone here's, it's about taking decisive action, seizing an opportunity. They see an opportunity, so they take the opportunity. Now they're kind of in their head thinking here. They're analyzing, strategizing here. If you have someone who's been dragging their feet and they haven't made any commitment, see, there's no commitment here. Yeah, let's have a look at the Emperor. Yeah, see the curiosity. So someone's shining a light. They're curious. See, they're learning. This is someone who's learned something. That someone's thriving. They take care of themselves. They look out for themselves. The Emperor wants to know more. Tell me more about the Page of Swords. Yeah, see, there it is. It feels too good to be true. They need more clarity. But this is about this is everything this person could want. Everything they could ever want here. See, there's hope. Wow. Tell me more about the Seven of Cups. Yeah, someone all in their field. See that you got a person whose feelings are flowing. This has to do with long-term stability, a partner, someone who's there through thick and thin, someone who's loyal. So they're looking at that energy of being loyal, someone who speaks truth, honesty, integrity. Some of you got choices here. I feel multiple opportunities. One of these situations may not serve you. But I do think it's someone doing their due diligence. It may not serve them. Like I say, feeling a little overwhelmed. It's too good to be true. But it's somebody who's still curious. They're shining a light. That's the illumination. Someone's kind of getting in touch with their inner feels. Yeah, you got a person here who's about to make some kind of a move. Yeah, planning, preparing, being able to provide. See, it has to do with attention. It's an energy of someone who's able to provide. They've been someone who's achieved some kind of a goal. So I feel like you got someone who rushed in and then possibly backed out. They felt it was too good to be true, but they're shining a light. They're gaining clarity. You got an Emperor coming in. So the Emperor is the person. I actually feel you got someone who hasn't made any kind of commitment. They haven't followed through. Let's have a look at the Six of Wands. Yeah, someone's keeping you hanging. So there's this energy of someone being aware of this. Yeah. Often mutual friends, people who know people, opportunity, you see, but this is options. Yeah, it could be someone who has other options here. Someone's keeping you hanging. See, this is someone who hasn't followed through. One of these people is planning, preparing, hoping for the best. This is, so you've got an Emperor, and then there's someone here who I feel, yeah, you got a choice. It has to do with choices coming in. And of course, I asked about that. So if that part of the reading doesn't pertain, just leave it for someone else. But it is about making a connection. Somebody here wants to connect. They want a soulmate. Maybe friends first until there's more learned. See, an adventure. It's going off on this adventure. It's kind of like the Six of Wands. But it's about the communication flowing. Someone knows they need to communicate. They need to hurry up. I feel like there's this energy of someone who's learned something, but there may be other opportunities. Yeah, I see the King of Pentacles. I have a funny feeling some of you got two King of Pentacles energy here. Yeah. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Yeah, but someone here is definitely available. Someone letting someone know they're available. And then someone who here who, do you want to go for a cup of coffee? You want to get together, but they haven't followed through. They're keeping you hanging. So one of these people I feel isn't going to follow through. One of them is someone who moves very slow. The other person, someone who moves a little quicker. They are stable. They are thriving, and they've learned this too. See, this is someone who's been keeping it all in. They already know the answers they're seeking. This is someone who already knows. But they're keeping it to themselves and keeping it all in. Yeah, and then you have the other person who's stuck, protecting themselves, their money, someone who doesn't follow through. Yeah, interesting. If you've got a person who's been keeping you stuck and single, this is an energy of kind of someone protecting their heart a little bit. Someone's protecting their money. They're not budging and giving in. So I do think if you've got a person here who hasn't followed through, I'm pretty sure you're going to feel like you need to protect yourself. But one of these people is someone who I feel is just, I don't know. I mean, there we have opportunities. See, there's people in the social circle, someone here who knows someone. So and someone who's learning something, but they're keeping this to themselves. This is someone not going to tell anyone. But this is someone going to likely cut somebody else out. I wouldn't be surprised, but this is about the flow of communication. Someone who speaks truth, integrity, they're loyal. I feel the other person, someone who'll just keep you hanging. Someone who's kind of always looking elsewhere. The grass is always greener. So I do see an ending. Yeah, someone is going to end a situation. And then I see this energy of someone taking a leap of faith. See, one last look over the shoulder. Someone is ending a situation. I think someone here is aware someone has ended a situation. But the death is often something internal. Yeah. I feel like you got a situation that's probably not going to go anywhere here. And then you have the other. There's some kind of good news. Someone talking to people, the good news that someone's ended a situation. And then we have the Fool, which is someone looking before they leap. Someone here is reflecting. See, it's a person here reflecting on this, and they're ready to go down this path. And that very well could be yourself. Just keep this to yourself, keeping it all in. Yeah. The person you're connecting with could have some Pisces in their chart as well. I do see Scorpio. Yeah, someone protecting themselves, not budging, not giving in. Protecting their heart, their money. See, someone here I feel isn't going to follow through. Someone who never made any kind of commitment about getting together, schedules, routine. See, there was no plans. No plans. But this other person's ready to take a leap of faith. It's the Empress. Someone who's not afraid to take a risk. They feel confident that they're making the right choice. But someone's learning something about another person. Somebody who... It has to do with faith and loyalty, the way someone conducts themselves. Someone here knows something, a person who may not be faithful or loyal. It has to do with another person. Yeah, one of these people is a leader. See, this is the person who's the leader. This is someone here who kind of drags their feet, but it has to do with the one that got away, or someone doesn't want someone to get away. Yeah, I do sense this thank you, but no thank you to some of you. Yeah, feeling bored, had enough, tired of being patient. Yeah, it's often someone who comes in and rejects someone or ignores them. But I feel like for yourself, if you are the feminine, especially thank you, but no thank you, no longer interested. See, this is about changing the focus. Interesting. Yeah, we got someone who's interested. They're curious. They want to know everything. They're talking to people, but they're keeping it to themselves. They're not going to say anything. And I feel like yourself, some of you already know the answers you're seeking. Some of you already know what you're going to do here. Just trust your intuition, because I feel this is someone who's trusting their own intuition, their inner knowing. See, it's about thriving. Someone here is thriving, but they want to keep it all to themselves. They don't want to give anything. They're stuck. Someone who'll keep you stuck. Someone who's kind of selfish. They don't really want to give anything. And then you have this energy of some kind of good news with this person. So there is an ending. You may hear about this. Something has ended. But with every ending comes a new beginning. So I think this is someone preparing themselves here. Tell me about the Star. Yeah, see, it's somebody here reaching out, being generous, where someone here isn't. It's a person who drops a little hint. So I feel like what you have is a person who kind of, I feel it's like the energy of someone taking the lead. It's like someone here wants the other person to take the lead. But it's someone who drops a hint, breadcrumbing. See, it's a person who's not very generous. So thank you, but no thank you, with their time, their energy, their feelings, emotions. Somebody here is definitely emotionally, I wouldn't say detached, but they're not emotionally available. One of these people is, and one of these people isn't going to follow through. They're keeping you hanging. Yeah. So someone who's not really, could be just not feeling it. I don't know. But let's have a look at the Two of Cups. So this is about getting together, talking, connecting, making a connection. So I feel like you've made a connection with someone. Yeah. Someone close to home, possibly close to home, your neighborhood, but it has to do with someone with a house, a home, or a strong financial foundation, what someone can provide. See, some of you, it's all about this person being able to provide. The Emperor is able to provide. They can be very generous. But then you have, you know, this person here who's definitely doing their due diligence. It could be someone who rushed in and maybe backed out a little bit here. Just doing that due diligence, needing to learn, but someone has learned about someone being faithful, loyal. See two people on the same page. There's definitely a need for clarity, but I do feel there's something that's ending so something new can begin. Tell me more about the High Priestess. Yeah, see, this is what we have, the Queen of Pentacles. So you can see some of you got several people. Both of them have earth energy. Both of them are stable. One of them is an Emperor. One of them is more generous with their time, energy, and their emotions. See, the Emperor's mastered the energy of the King of Cups. One of these people, someone who keeps you hanging. They're not in touch with their emotions. They don't even really know what they want. And that could be someone who tried to start something, maybe even tried to make a connection. But to me, it looks like it's not going anywhere, because it's still down here at the Page of Cups, someone who doesn't follow through. But you got an Emperor, so yeah. This person, see, they're connected. It's connected. They're ready to take a leap of faith. And they could be ending something because someone's keeping them hanging. It could go that way. But the Queen of Pentacles is an energy of someone who's stable, someone who looks out for themselves. See, this is someone, it's all about the emotions flowing, the communication flowing. Lots of birds here, lots of emotion. So, yeah. Some of you are key. And this is also the feminine who kind of, you know, it has to do with being emotionally ready. But this is someone stable. They're just keeping everything in. I see privacy. See, this is an energy of privacy. I think you got, I feel like you, it has to do with yourself. You already know, if you're the feminine, you already know the answers you're seeking. Someone here you don't see a future with. Thanks, but no thanks. You've lost interest. So you're no longer interested because you have a new interest. Someone else is interested in you as well. Crazy energy, but yeah, it's all about what you're leaving behind, and it is about going down a new path. I do see an ending, something that's not going anywhere, definitely. Page of Cups, I mean, sometimes the Page of Cups can do a turnaround, but it is really just an energy of the person who comes in. They already know what they want before they come in. They're generous. You know, it's about what two people are going to provide for each other. It's about teaming up here. But I do see friends first. I feel we have two people, just friends first, making a connection. But I do think this could go somewhere. And I do think this person's going to reach out. There it is, the Temperance energy, taking a step back. If you feel something is off, it's probably off. See, one of these people is more your type than the other. So it's for the feminine, definitely look at it. But I definitely feel the energy of making a connection. Friends first, spending some time together. I do think you're going to keep this to yourself. In fact, you might just decide to stay open to both of these and see what happens. But Temperance tells me one of these people is more your type. The other one, something feels off. It's not right. They're not generous. They're keeping you hanging. But you have an Emperor, someone who's already open. They're letting you know they're open. Why? They know a good thing when they see it. There's opportunity, and they are the person seizing the day. They're coming in quickly. They don't want you to get away. So if this is someone who's become aware there's another person, they're going to be moving pretty quickly here. Yeah, you can see this energy of moving on. See, there's change. Some of you could have someone who tries to come back around, but they'll never change. They're the same person. Someone who's often stubborn, set in their ways. They refuse to budge, cooperate, or compromise in any way. So there you go. That's the person that's going to be thanks, but no thanks, I feel. You may have already done the see. This is about taking another opportunity. You got an Emperor coming in. I mean, this person is going to go for it. I think you're going to go for it too. Yeah, they come in right too. See, one of these people will reach out and they'll make a commitment. You want to get together? You want to do something, right? They're going to do that, and they'll follow through, where the other situation isn't going anywhere. And I do see someone ending other options. Anybody who comes in, they come in right. They end all their other options. But there's good news coming out of this ending for yourself here. So it could be someone here just clearing that path. Yeah, clearing the path, looking forward, planning, preparing, hoping for the best. Somebody's coming in feeling very positive too. Yeah, the Ace of Pentacles is showing someone making a commitment to get together, just going someplace. But I feel like you've got someone who's been talking to people. See, there's friends of friends here. So now somebody's not budging and giving in. And it could be just yourself, one reflecting on this. Yeah, but whoever, it's an energy of someone here who I feel, I mean, it could be a person who kind of needs to be needed, but I really feel like one of these people is set in their ways. They're not going to budge and give in. And I do think for yourself, you're going to protect yourself from anyone who's just interested in what you can provide. Because the Queen of, if you're the feminine and you're in the energy of the Queen of Pentacles, it means you want to be just kind of friends first, company and companionship, spend some time together before you make any kind of decision. Because it is about, someone here's calculating the risks, thinking things through, choosing their battles, you see. But it's someone who feels confident. And they're the person taking the leap of faith. But as far as the Queen of Pentacles with this energy, something is finished. It's done. It's finished. It's not going anywhere. And there could be someone finding out about this too. See, talk, gossip, people talking. But I feel it's an energy of someone becoming very much aware. They need to take a leap of faith. But it's all about what you're leaving all this behind to go down this path with someone. Someone's going to make a commitment. You want to do something. You want to get together. Some sort of opportunity, a gathering, people getting together here. There's somebody here who knows the other person's single. So we have basically two single people here coming together. Someone who looks out for themselves. So you got to watch the ones that come in where they're more interested in what you can provide. Because I feel like you got someone here who's more interested in what you can give them than what they can give you. So that's someone who hasn't really, you know, somebody who's kind of more protecting themselves. They're more interested in protecting themselves and their money, and they're kind of, I feel someone's very much set in their ways. That's the person I feel you're gonna let go of. Yeah, the other person, someone who knows what they want. They're the leader, someone who takes the lead. They're confident. They come in feeling confident. They have self-control. They don't expect anything from you. They just want to spend some time and be with you. So there it is, the Emperor. So you've got good luck. This is a whole new romantic cycle for some of you. So I do think it's something that's going to start. I'm not seeing the New Year energy here, so I feel this could be something that happens before that, where you connect. I feel like you've already made a connection with someone. In fact, maybe several people. But one of them really, I feel, is just more all about themselves. And it could be where they try to come back around, because some of you are the one that got away, but I feel like you've lost interest because you have another. And if it's not you, it's the other person. Losing interest in someone else who's keeping them hanging. Very nice energy, though, because I see good luck timing. See a lot of abundance. This is a whole new cycle. So this could be like just before the new year, maybe even a little after. I got to be honest. You know, the tarot tells you not always what you want, but what you need to know. But it's about thriving in the stars, someone reaching for the stars. They feel like there's absolute hope. But it's the person who takes the lead, and it's the Emperor. Someone who already knows what they want. See, they know what they want. They're emotionally available. They want love. They want a connection. They want their best friend or the partner. Someone who's there through thick and thin. Some of you still aren't sure. Some of you in the feminine energy, you're kind of keeping your feelings to yourself. Yourself here, you're kind of feeling like you need to learn more. I feel like you need to spend some time with someone to make a decision. But things are definitely looking up. Take care. Bye for now.